Good afternoon. My name is Ewelina Senczyszyn-Rożek, and I am a PhD student in a management process department in Krakow University of Economics. And today I'm going to tell you about the role of organizational effectiveness in Enterprise 4.0. I would like to say a little bit about what is organizational effectiveness in the management context, then something about this topic in context of Enterprise 4.0. I would like to say also about some barriers of achieving organizational effectiveness and some strategies that are popular among companies. If it comes to some definitions of organizational effectiveness, this is important for me because the topic of my PhD dissertation is connected with determinants of effective management in Enterprises 4.0, and I think that this in huge area it is very close connected with organizational effectiveness, and this is for example the degree of congruence between organizational goals and observable outcomes, or a company's long-term ability to achieve consistently its strategic and operational goals. There are some approaches, some examples of approaches to defining organizational effectiveness, and one of them is focusing on definition. And we have some definitions that focus on measures of terminal outcomes, for example, such as profitability, survival, or goal attainment. And the second approach it is intended use of the concept, and it tends to be more concerned with organizational processes and structures. There are approaches that could be organizational specific or general. And I also found some definition that, in my opinion, is very close to, and it's close and could be operates in Enterprise 4.0, and this is an effective organization is both efficient in economic and technical aspects and able to adapt itself to external changes as well. There has been observed three aspects of organizational effectiveness, and we could hear today about this because Dr. Dominguez said about this, Dr. Juraj said about productivity and flexibility. We also heard about adaptability. So maybe I will move to the next point. I think that there is also importance of organizational effectiveness in adopting and leveraging digital technologies and processes in Enterprise 4.0. Among those factors we can find, for example, enhanced agility and adaptability, optimal resource allocation, integration and alignment, change management and employee engagement, and continuous improvement and learning. And the third key point are key components of organizational effectiveness in Enterprise 4.0. And in describing those components, I based off EFQM model, where I referred to the part related to potential of enterprise. And the first point is leadership. As Professor Dominguez said, one of the most important. And this is also a crucial component of in driving organizational effectiveness in Enterprise 4.0, because leaders need to have a clear vision how digital technologies and processes can transform. Okay. The organization and align it with overall business strategy. One of example could be PKO Bank Polski, one of the largest banks in Poland. They demonstrated strong leadership in their digital transformation journey, because they established a dedicated digital banking division led by Chief Digital Officer, and they drive digital initiatives, enhance customer experience, and general optimize banking operations. Another very important and crucial part are people and attitude towards them. Next is strategy. Because well-defined strategy is essential for organizational effectiveness in Enterprise 4.0, and it also considers factors such as risk management that it was said about it yesterday, but also cybersecurity or compliance within the digital context. Also, I would like to say about some example. Siemens, they developed a comprehensive digital strategies, and they called it Digital Enterprise, and it outlined their goals and roadmap in integrating digital technologies into their manufacturing processes. And this strategy is guided their investments in Internet of Things, data analyzing, simulation tools, and generally optimizing their operations. The next point is structure, and organizational structure and design should be conductive to support the adoption and utilization of digital technologies in Enterprise 4.0, and it involves designing a flexible and agile structure that enables effective communication, collaboration, and decision making across all levels in organization. The next thing is resources, because adequate resources are necessary to support organizational effectiveness. Next, we have processes. It is also crucial, and there is need to or requirement to re-evaluate and optimize existing processes to leverage digital technology effectively. And we can see it in, I think, all of automotive companies. This is very important for them to optimize their production processes. Next thing, because there could be some barriers to achieving organizational effectiveness, and one of the most important is resistance to change, but it could be also lack of digital skills and competencies. We also had this topic today because Mrs. Monika Bezak said about this and about details. But there are also important issues like legal system and infrastructure, but and also that data management, lack of collaboration, or lack of digital roadmap in company. And there are some examples of strategies that are very important, and I found in context of achieving organizational effectiveness in Enterprises 4.0. One of them is developing a clear digital strategy. For example, Siemens in Germany has such developed digital strategy, and it's called Vision 2020 plus. But also we can find strategies like fostering a culture of innovation and learning, investing in digital skills and competencies. And here we can say about Astor or things that said Mr. Paweł. Because they places emphasis on digital and soft competencies. We have also establishing cross-functional collaboration. I think that it is very important, and in Poland, but not also, but in Slovakia or Czechia, it is developed by EDs. Those new structures that started functioning. And there is also important to implement change management practices, enhance data governance and privacy, cybersecurity policies, and monitor and evaluate performance data. I think that automotive companies also have very developed this issue. And last but not least, strategy is developing quality 4.0 management system. And I think that we could notice that every prelegent today said about it. So I think this is very, very important.